Imagine waking up in the year 2100. The world around you is both familiar and strange. Flying cars zip through the sky, holographic billboards advertise the latest gadgets. But the most striking difference? People are talking about living forever. And they're not joking. In this future, death is no longer seen as inevitable, it's viewed as a problem to be solved. Scientists work tirelessly in gleaming labs. They're pushing the boundaries of what's possible, their goal. To unlock the secrets of immortality, thanks to incredible advances in medicine and technology. Are we ready for it? To understand how we got here, we need to look back and appreciate the journey. The journey to immortality didn't start in 2100, it began centuries ago with the earliest healers and their rudimentary tools. With each medical breakthrough, we took a step closer to this future. Think about antibiotics, for instance. Before them, a simple cut could kill you. Infections were a death sentence. Now, we barely think twice about infections thanks to these life-saving drugs. Vaccines changed the game too, revolutionizing public health. They wiped out diseases that once decimated populations. Smallpox, gone, polio, nearly eradicated. These were monumental achievements. These advances saved countless lives and reshaped our world. They extended our lifespans dramatically. Then came organ transplants, a true marvel of modern medicine. Suddenly, a failing heart wasn't a death sentence. You could get a new one. It was like magic, giving people a second chance at life. But we didn't stop there. The quest for better health continued. Genetic research opened new doors, offering insights we never thought possible. We started to understand the very building blocks of life, our DNA. Each discovery brought us closer to cracking the code of mortality, unraveling the secrets of our existence. Without these milestones, we wouldn't be where we are now, on the brink of even more incredible medical breakthroughs. How did we do it? It wasn't one big breakthrough, it was many small ones. We figured out how to lengthen telomeres. Those are the protective caps on our chromosomes. We learned to clear out senescent cells, the zombie cells that cause inflammation. We mastered stem cell therapy. Now we can regrow any organ or tissue. Dr. Patel. But the real game changer? We cracked the epigenetic code. We can reset cells to their youthful state. It's like hitting a biological reset button. Suddenly, a 90-year-old could have the body of a 25-year-old. It's not just slowing aging, it's reversing it. The implications are staggering. Retirement, a thing of the past. You could start a new career at 100. The human lifespan is no longer a limiting factor. We've broken free from the constraints of time. Then there's the question of choice. Should people be allowed to age if they want to? What about the right to die? In a world where death is optional, these become complex issues. There's no easy answer. It's a philosophical minefield. Prof. Smith, we also have to consider the impact on society. What happens to inheritance, to family structures, to the very concept of generations? When great-great-grandparents are still around, how does that change things? Earth's resources are finite. Can we sustain an ever-growing immortal population? Section 7. The social impact of extended lifespans. Let's zoom out and look at the big picture. The world has changed in ways we could never have imagined. How has immortality changed society? In ways we never expected. The ripple effects are profound and far-reaching. For starters, the concept of age has lost meaning. Age is now just a number, and it no longer defines us. You can't judge a book by its cover anymore. Appearances are deceiving in this new era. That young-looking person, they might be 200 years old. Work has changed too. The traditional career path is obsolete. The idea of a lifelong career, gone. People now explore various professions throughout their extended lives. People now have multiple careers. They switch fields, follow new passions, and adapt to changing interests. They reinvent themselves every few decades. Learning never stops. Universities are always full. Education is a lifelong journey. People are always growing, changing, evolving. Relationships have been transformed. The dynamics of love and companionship are different now. Marriage till death do us part? That's a long time when death isn't coming. The concept of commitment has evolved. Some people still choose lifelong partners. They cherish the idea of growing old together, even if they never truly age. Others prefer a series of long-term relationships. They find fulfillment in different connections over time. There's no right or wrong, just different choices for an extended life. Everyone navigates their own path, just different choices for an extended life. The possibilities are endless, and the freedom to choose is empowering. Politics and power structures have shifted too. The balance of power is constantly evolving in this new world. On one hand, immortality offers incredible freedom. You're no longer racing against the clock. You can take your time, explore every interest, master every skill. Want to be a doctor and an artist and an astronaut? Go for it. You've got the time. Marie, but there's a flip side. With infinite time, does anything really matter? When death isn't looming, do we lose our sense of urgency, our drive? Some say yes. They argue that mortality gives life meaning, that the ticking clock makes every moment precious. Others disagree. They say immortality allows us to truly live, to take risks without fear. Section 9, challenges on the road to forever. Don't be fooled. The road to immortality isn't smooth. We've hit plenty of bumps along the way, and we're still facing challenges, big ones. Let's talk about them. First, there's the biological challenge. Our bodies weren't designed to live forever. Every system, every cell has its limits. We're pushing those limits, but it's not easy. New problems crop up, ones we never saw before. Our brains, for instance. They weren't meant to store centuries of memories. We're still figuring that out. Then there's the psychological toll. Living forever sounds great, until you do it. Some people struggle with the endless expanse of time. They feel lost, purposeless. Depression in the immortal population is a real issue. Section 10, the global race for longevity. Immortality isn't just a scientific quest, it's a global race. Nations are competing to crack the code first. It's the new space race. But the stakes are even higher. We're talking about the future of humanity itself. Some countries have gone all in. They've poured resources into longevity research. They see it as the key to power in the 22nd century. Others are more cautious. They worry about the implications, the ethical issues, the potential for widening global inequality. This race has reshaped global politics. Alliances have formed around shared research. New tensions have emerged. Who owns the patents for immortality? Who controls the technology? Private companies are big players too. Section 11, a future beyond death. As we stand here in 2100 looking towards the future, what do we see? A world transformed, a humanity evolving. The cities we inhabit are no longer just places to live, but hubs of innovation and progress. We're on the brink of something unprecedented. Medical advancements have reached a point where the line between life and death is becoming increasingly blurred. Something our ancestors could only dream of, a future beyond death. The concept of immortality is no longer confined to myths and legends, but it's not a simple happily ever after. The journey to this point has been fraught with challenges and ethical dilemmas. With great power comes great responsibility. The ability to manipulate life at a genetic level brings with it the need for careful consideration and regulation. We've unlocked the secrets of life itself. The very code that defines us can now be rewritten. Now we must learn to wield that power wisely. The potential for both great good and great harm is immense, to use it for the benefit of all, not just a few. Ensuring that these advancements are accessible and equitable is a challenge we must face head-on, to preserve what makes us human, even as we transcend our biological limits. The essence of humanity must not be lost in our quest for longevity. The challenges ahead are immense. Collaboration and shared knowledge will be key to navigating this new frontier. But so are the possibilities. Virtual reality and other technologies are opening up new ways to understand and treat the human body. We could explore the stars. The dream of interstellar travel becomes more feasible as we extend our lifespans, solve problems that have plagued us for millennia. Diseases that were once incurable are now being eradicated. Create art and music and literature that spans centuries. The potential is limitless. Imagine the cultural renaissance that could unfold. As limitless as the life we now face, rejuvenation therapies promise not just longer lives but healthier ones. So as we look to this future beyond death, let's do so with hope. Hope for a world where the benefits of these advancements are shared by all. We're writing the next chapter of human history, a chapter filled with promise, potential, and the enduring spirit of human innovation. Are we on the brink of immortality? What does the future hold for health and medicine? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to discover the answers to these questions together. See you in the future. Goodbye.